listeners. Welcome to Chasing K-Dramas, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We dive into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I am your host, Dulcé Sloan, and this is my co-host,
Chrissy Choi.
Hey, friend.
Hello.
What's happening, girlie? What's happening? We outside?
We're outside.
Listen, I'm still on tour. Y'all look up my tour dates. I'm trying to pay my mortgage.
And also, we have our live show.
Yes.
That's coming up September 1st.
At the Hollywood Improv Lab at 7:30. Tickets are on sale now.
In Los Angeles.
We are not an Atlanta-based podcast, regardless of the fact that I am black. And, Atlanta's where black people come from. And then, Chrissy is Korean-American, which is somebody has to sell us all that hair. So
today, we are talking about episode 10 of Marry My Husband.
Yes.
And it's action-packed.
Listen.
There's so much that goes on. Like you were saying, it felt like a Queen of Tears episode. They cram a lot into this.
It was almost like they were like, listen, we're only doing 16 of these.
And it was an hour. Which really means I think that it was like an hour and like 6 minutes.
I literally stopped it at one point and I was like, where are we? How much long? Because so many things were happening. I was like, how long is this episode of television?
It's crazy.
And it was only an hour and I was very, very confused.
I know. So
we're going to dive right in.
Yes. So our key moments. So Jiwon exposes Minhwan and Soomin's affair in the most public way ever.
Girl.
Like,
it was giving Jerry Springer. It was giving Ricky Lake. It was giving Donahue. It was giving Sarah Jessica Raphael. The
people, the other employees were just like they were adding ire to the fire. They were just like blowing into the flames. Like, it was just insane.
Sally Jessica Raphael, don't correct me, you bastards. Listen, come on. I thought I had my red glasses on and it was like a real Joan Rivers Can We Talk. Like, at one point, I remember one of the clips when it all came out, somebody was just like, I just want to be able to come into work. I don't even want to deal with this environment. And I was like, bitch, I would love to work at this job. Oh my God, the number of jobs where I had to do work and not have nothing going on because everybody was busy and boring.
Oh my God. Okay. And then Soomin gets really desperate. So she falls further into this like spiral of desperation. She is falling. And she does some crazy stuff. And then Minhwan, though,
girl,
he proposes to Soomin, finally. And then Jiwon confesses to Darcy-nim, which is very exciting.
So does this mean that he's not going to die?
I mean, we don't know. No, that doesn't mean anything.
She
just confesses.
Is he finally going to leave Eunho alone?
Oh, poor Eunho.
Get out of my
And then Eunho got the short end of the stick again. Oh,
I mean, he's second
Eunho.
lead, and we always feel bad for second lead, but it's almost like he was a second lead. He never graduated to full second lead because she just kept kind of skirting the man.
I know. They did him. I feel like they could have. It was a bit. They could have done more with him. With him. Also, before we start, I just wanted to say, I feel like this is the point where some of the things don't make sense, meaning I think the writers are missing certain points. There are certain moments where I was just like, I was like, did they explain this? Like, did they explain this in the drama? Am I missing something? So we'll talk a little bit more.
There's certain TV show where you're just like,
well, it's because I feel like there's so much going on and these are all humans, right?
Yeah.
And you can't have like, how big of a board can you have to like map everything out?
But you do. But the thing is, as someone who worked on a TV show for 7 years, you can easily map out a show.
That's true. But there was a lot of stuff where it was a little, I was like, okay, we're not loosey-goosey, but I was just like, okay, this is a little, and this happened in Queen of Tears too. We're just kind of like,
Okay, now why did the chairman's house do what? Well, what did...
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, no Mosul backstory? This will be the hill. I'm not dying on it, but I'll walk up to the top of this every time and go, yole, hee-hoo.
Oh,
and remind y'all, and then go back down this hill. I want Queen of Tears part. I want in the way that they'll do like a sequel to tell us about like another, like a character. That's what I want from Mosul Heat. But
so we open with. So the last episode, it was the most epic ending. Jiwon gets her revenge in the ultimate sweetest way possible.
by body slamming a man who's been disrespecting her, who keeps throwing his hand up at her, by the way.
I know.
This is the only way that you can react.
Yeah.
If someone is trying to make you feel like they're going to hit you.
Which is insane.
Girl.
So we come back to Minhwan's house. Parents are furious.
So this is his house.
His house. His mother is fuming. She's foaming at the mouth. Everyone is super upset. And she's like, how dare you let this girl do this to you? She humiliated us. I told you how important it is to find someone with home discipline. Home discipline. She's
the
just
way
like
she's screaming. And then she starts hitting him. And my mom was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. It's very Korean.
So, I mean, honestly, listen, the parent hit.
Oh, yes.
That is.
The aigo, like.
It's either I'm hitting you or I'm hitting me, but I going somehow.
Aigo. She was so upset.
But she did not aigo once, which means she don't feel bad for nothing. She mad as shit.
She's mad.
Mad. And the husband, when she started hitting the son, he was like, okay.
That poor guy.
That man has
zero agency in that home.
Man, I ain't afraid. Any man can leave. Anybody can leave.
So
she
then,
must cook good.
So then Minhwan is muttering to himself, Jiwon is dead. So he like marches to her apartment, and Lord knows what he would have done, right? If she was there. Mm-hmm. But our Jiwon's super smart because she has already had the plan, right? Mm-hmm. She has moved. She's moved out of her place, and he's banging on the door. Bang, 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 bang.
Because
right?
she changed the code.
Changed the code and everything. And then the door opens, but then you jump to Jiwon opening the door, but she opens it for Hyun and Jihyuk
with housewarming gifts.
Yes. Yeah, so in Korean culture, housewarming gifts include toilet paper.
Let me tell you something.
Is that a?
I can tell you regionally, housewarming gifts seem to be different. Regionally and culturally. So like when my friend got her house, me and my mom bought like linens. So like different season linens, because you're supposed to like get old school. You're supposed to like flip, like traditionally you flip your linens out for the season,
right?
So like your tableware, that makes sense to me. But then it's like depending on your age, your housewarming presents change, and then I think regionally it's like because I had a housewarming party in New York, and none of my friends brought anything. I think one of my friends who was from the South brought me like a card. I've gotten plants for people. Yes. A plant. Now, my homegirl who grew up in Atlanta for my house, when she came to visit me here, she bought me a plant. I've gotten fancy soap, hand soap, candles. Yeah. Yes, I think those are gifts. But in Korea, it's very practical. You buy toilet paper. Yes. And then Jihyuk's like, I'm just going to add detergent to that too. Sounds like a blessing. Oh, yeah. My homegirl bought me matching plants. We called them Tia and Tamara. Oh, that's cute. I don't think they talk anymore. No, they're back good. Oh, good. That's on their Instagram. I saw them hanging out on their birthday. I was very upset that they were. I was like, why y'all are twins? Bro, I'm so glad I wasn't the only one that was like, it's upsetting. Of course. It's like kind of like if like the Olsen twins stopped talking to each other. I'd be like, but you guys are twins. Couldn't give a shit if them little girls stopped talking. Listen, they're probably hungry. No, and that's why they stopped talking. They have a design and a fashion empire. The Row, their brand, they do so well. It's very lovely things. Yeah, they moved on from TV. They started their own fashion line, and it's huge. Like, elevated, elegant, quality stuff. Mrs. Thomas, did you know them little girls had a clothing line? Yes, The Row. It's like a big deal. Anyways, okay. I bet you don't make my size. But they basically, their whole shtick is not even a shtick. No, they find the best quality items, like the best materials, and they make clothing out of it. So their t-shirts are uber expensive, right? But it's truly like they find the best materials to make this, and everything is very like detailed, and it's supposed to be like really great. So they're there and they're like, oh my God, happy housewarming. But here's my question. When does Hyun find out that Jiwon knows about the sibling relationship? Right? Because they were hiding the fact that they were siblings at work. They're hiding it still. It's still hidden. And then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, so Hyun knows that Jihyuk, like she knows. Everyone knows everything now. So I was very confused. So my first rewatch, I did go into a Reddit thread and I was like,
the K-drama Reddit thread, and I was like asking people, I was like, did I miss something? And they're just like, I think they just like assumed that. So anyways.
Because I remember I was watching it the first time. I was like, wait, when did she find out?
That's what I'm saying. So like Jiwon knows, right? But Hyun has no idea that Jiwon knows.
Huh. So she didn't tell Hero.
Yeah, because Jiwon and Jihyuk right now, Darcy-nim, they're not very open with their relationship. Everything's done like hush hush. You know, I'm going to pull you behind a pillar. I'm going to take you on a boat in the wee hours of the morning kind of situation. So it's not like anyone knows, but I thought that was interesting. But anyways, so.
I want a man to take me on a boat and then I can play the song I'm on a boat and I'm going to be very excited about it.
So when they opened the door, this part was hysterical. She's in her like weird ass, you know, dominatrix outfit. So Hyun's like, was I bad? Are you punishing me? I screamed. I was screaming. She is so funny.
She is great.
She is hysterical. And then Jihyuk at that moment was just like, he's so uncomfortable. He's like
he likes
his bags.
Because
he's
he
just
likes
like,
it.
I don't know what's happening. It's
Listen,
so funny. I was dying.
I keep saying whenever she comes on screen, I'm like, I want to see this girl's audition tape.
She's so good.
I want to see the audition tape.
Her name is Choi Gyuri.
I love her.
Or excuse me, Choi Gyuri. Because I don't know how to pronounce Che.
Sarangees. I love that girl.
Yeah, her name is
I
Choi
love
Gyuri.
her.
And then across town, Minhwan, so Jiwon's old apartment door opens, and it's a big old beefy guy. And he is pissed. He's like, what do you want?
Why are you knocking on my door like the police? And he's holding, I think, a 20-pound weight. Just out there just being giant, being a whole man. And he's like, yeah, my girlfriend. He's like, girlfriend? Ain't no girlfriend in here. And he was like, oh, yeah, a woman did used to live here. He was like, used to live here.
Yeah, so she's smart. So then back at Jiwon's house, they're setting it up. Jiwon and Jihyuk's having a moment. She's passing
when they're putting
in
the
books
books because she's so short.
And he's so tall.
Listen, nothing like a man wanting to be in your house and be tall.
Mm-hmm. And then Hyun's in the corner watching, and she's like,
I see you, girl.
She's a little sus, you know? And then they go home. She and Jihyuk go home. Oh, she tells Jiwon. So we know that Jiwon is renting from Jihyuk.
I guess he owns the whole building.
Yes.
Because she was like, why are you renting from my brother?
I know, you're about to get married. I thought Minhwan's going to buy you a house. Like, what's happening?
And then she said, don't pay rent. He doesn't check his account anyway. And she's like, no, I'm going to do this the right way. Girl.
So then Hyun and Jihyuk are in the elevator. And then like Hyun comes up to me and he's just like, she's like, what are you doing?
Because she was supposed to go home, but then she gets in the elevator and he's like, where are you going?
And she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, you know she's getting married, right? And he's like, of course I know she's getting married. Like, leave me alone, you know? And he's just like,
get out of here. And he's like, well, you cancel the engagement with old girl. So, like, why are you...
What are you doing right now, bro?
What's going on? And it's like, well, when did you... I like that she saw the chemistry. And I like she's immediately asking because in the most little sister kind of... So, do you like her?
But it's more like, what are you doing? She's getting married.
So it's
like,
so do you like her? But also, so do you like her?
Like it's kind of, you know. So, okay. When I was watching this, I was like so gleeful the entire time.
Girl,
it just
my mama
made
was
me
so happy.
I have never been. I was like clapping.
Me too.
Like a seal. Like I loved it so much.
She reached into the past to slap that man the first time because he comes in acting a donkey. He's throwing his bag down.
Jiwon's like,
and Jiwon's like, are you okay? What's good? And he's upset. And as soon as she walks in, you see him go to confront her because you just was yelling at my mama. Then you broke off this engagement, which I conned our boss into doing because it's a birthday dinner. And now you're talking to my mama crazy. And so she slaps the living hell out of him.
I love, though, the switch. So she comes in. She's smiling at her coworkers. She's like, hi.
Hey,
and then she sees him and she's like,
beach.
1, 2, 3. She slaps him 3 times.
She reached back into the past every single time. The way she reached back so far, you'd have thought he'd have had time to duck, and he didn't, so it's his own fault.
And every time she slaps, you like pan on the employees, and everyone's like, like everyone's like, what the
But
is
when
happening?
he gets ready to hit her back,
guess who comes?
Jihyuk, and he was like, why are you never, like, you weren't there when she was hitting me. It's not fair.
So Darcy-nim's like, you guys need to chill out. Stop. People are watching. And then, oh my God.
Let me tell you something.
Oh my God. Then Jiwon goes, because he says, why are you not stopping her from hitting me? How is this fair? This is unfair. She goes, is it fair that you shared your love with two women? And then she pulls out a pair of red lacy panties and she puts it on his head.
On his head.
And everyone is gasping.
Girl, let me tell you something. As someone who
screamed.
As someone who worked at Victoria's Secret in college, right?
Oh
whenever I saw those panties, it's like, these aren't every day.
Oh, no.
Whenever I would see women, I'm like, I wear these panties every day. And I'm like,
no, you don't.
Bitch, you can't. Nothing's more hot than a lace shirt, which is very confusing
And
because
listen,
it's full of holes.
More power to the women who could wear sexy underwear every day. I applaud you. It's uncomfortable.
I have not put a thong on since 2010.
I wear thongs. I wear cotton thongs.
I got too much ass for that.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who is this for? Who is a thong for? Because I can tell you there's men that I have, and they're just like, I don't need you to do. This dude was like, he's like, I would rather see you naked. I was like, but he's like, I don't care.
Just be comfortable.
So like walking around in nature with them, I don't know if it's like a body thing. Because I remember wearing thongs being like, who the fuck am
I think thongs are just universally uncomfortable for most people. Some people are like, oh, they're comfortable. I was like, are they comfortable? Because they're up your
whole everything.
Literal hole. They're like up there.
All of your holes. You have all your holes and they're up there.
So she throws the red panties in his face. Everyone gasps, screams, and she goes, whose are they? I found them in your car.
Whose drawers are these?
Which is a bold-faced lie because she was never in his car. So the entire time I'm just like, what is he going to say? But of course he can't say anything because he did in fact
have sexy time in the car.
Yes, he did.
He was like, so he's screaming. And he was like, oh, and so she yells at him, how dare you shout at me, you cheater. And she throws the engagement ring across the office and it shatters. And so the mumsy moment is her saying, diamond don't crack, meaning.
Because that thing is fake.
So not only that, it's like, you ever watch like the older TV shows where they talk about someone wearing a fake diamond and like, it's paste.
Oh, no.
So if you watch something like a Gilded Age or something like that, like a show set like in like, anything before like when the cubic zirconias came out, basically Pace was saying like, because diamonds, like fake diamonds used to be made out of glass. And they were very breakable.
Yes.
Like a cup.
Well, that thing shattered into
because he was like, remember when he was proposing to her, he was like, oh, I wonder if she could tell us cubic zirconia. Cubic zirconia does not break up against a wall. Oh man. She was walking around with a little Waterford crystal.
Yeah.
She had a glass on her hand.
She had a glass. And then, I don't know if you notice, but when she's throwing the panties in his face, Soomin walks in and she's witnessing this. Do you notice the part where he looks at her, she looks down and she's confused and she's like, she's like, did I leave my underwear? But she's like, but I'm wearing my underwear. Like, you know what I mean?
So she does like a mini meltdown because she pops in and she's like, oh.
And then everyone the entire office erupts in chaos.
Like Slack is going.
It's Slack. It's the message boards. It's emails. It's women going around being like, they did it in the car. And everyone's like, ah! Like, these women are screaming. Everyone's freaking out.
If anybody knows of an office like this,
let us know. It's very exciting. It's buzzy. It's all of that. So she's in the break room with Hyun and Churan, and they're trying to comfort her, right?
And she's like,
and she's like,
what was me?
And then everyone's like, did you know? Did you know when you got the proposal? Like, what's happening? And she was like, it's fine, And then Jiwon tells herself, she's like, I know they're not her panties.
I picked out ones I knew you would like.
But I knew he would take the bait, right? So then.
And she picked out panties he would love.
Right.
But here's the thing. It's and this is the part I didn't understand. Why did you let her accuse you with panties? Because he couldn't refute her because he couldn't say
he didn't know if Minhwan. He literally couldn't tell her because he couldn't refute because he didn't know if Soomin left her underwear there. He doesn't know.
I can say
you've left underwear at someone's house.
No, but a girl I went to high school with found out her husband was cheating on her.
Yeah, because
the girl left panties in the car, and it was her best friend.
And that is a message. That is, I want to get caught.
Oh, left panties in the truck.
Yeah, left panties in the truck. If you leave any type of evidence of any sorts behind, that means you want to get caught.
Listen, I stayed at a guy's house and I accidentally, I was about to leave and I just forgot to put my earrings back on. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. You were too pressed about me and these earrings. Because if I was the only person you were seeing, you'd be like, oh, you left your earrings here. But the fact you were like, hey, here. And I'm like, oh, there's other girls coming in here.
One of my favorite videos in TikTok, and I don't know if they do this anymore, it's like girls, and I think it's kind of overplayed at this point, but girls are going to guys' houses, and they're in the bathroom, and they open their vanity, and they see all these, makeup female products, lady products, and they're just like, is he? And they pan, and everyone's like, yes, get out of there. Then Greensleeve is back. He comes in, he's like, what did I miss? And everyone's like, eh. And they go back to their stuff, and they're like, we're still freaking out about this
because
scandal.
He was like, oh, your favorite is here. And I'm like, this right here? Like, oh, your favorite manager's here. And you're like,
get out of here.
I will
Trash
say
bag.
for them what they could not say.
What?
Boo! Boo! Get out of here, you weirdo!
And then he sees her, and he's trying to egg her on, and she's just she literally looks, and she just walks away. She's like, I don't have fucking time for your bullshit.
I never could understand. Did he really not like her that much because she went to a good school, or was it because she was an easy target and she was weak?
Easy target and weak.
Okay.
So now we have the fallout of Minhwan and Soomin, right? Ooh. This just gets even juicier. Okay, so we see Greensleeves, right? Mm-hmm. Minhwan is in the corner. He's freaking out. He's like, okay. He's like, is this why Jiwon freaked out at my mom? How did she find out? And he's like, right. But wait a minute. She was never in my car. How'd she get the panties? These aren't real panties. Right. He's like, oh no, I've been wronged.
I've been had.
I've been wronged. And he's so upset. And then of course Soomin comes up and he's like, did you leave the panties in the car? And she's like, no, I didn't leave my panties in your car. And she's like, who have you been with? Whose panties are these,
Oh, so now there's a whole layer to
there's
this.
A whole thing. And then she's like, I did nothing wrong. She goes, we did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong.
We
All you
fell
did.
in love.
Right. And then he's basically telling her to shut up. He's like, you are not worthy of marriage. Do you really think that you're the marrying type? Kang Jiwon is smart. She went to not Seoul National. She went to Hanguk University. Yep. She makes money. She has a full-time job. Why would I marry you? You have nothing to show for other than the fact that you're pretty. This scene.
It honestly, it's so funny. I've had men. So he's like, you have nothing to show for it because you're just pretty.
You're not worthy. You're not worthy of me.
I've had the opposite, where you are the marrying type. I'm not good enough for you.
Oh God, that's even worse. That is even worse.
And I can tell you, every time a man has told me this, and I kept talking to them, he was absolutely right. He was not good enough. Absolutely right. So you told me at the beginning, I'm a trash ass individual. And I was like, okay, sure. And then I continued to talk to you, even though you told me day one, I am not good enough for you. And it's when you're younger, you're like, oh no, it's just
no, it's because they are addled in the brain and they need to go to therapy.
Right. Would you rather have men telling you you're only here for physical pleasure Because you're either getting treated like a physical object, you're still being treated like a physical object, but it's someone determining if you're good enough for marriage or not. And so we've always been in this place where women are doing all of these things to be seen worthy for marriage, but we're never looking at men trying to see if they are worthy to be married to.
The answer to this is you walk away. Both situations, both scenarios. Soomin should have walked away from him.
She can't.
Soomin should have slapped him 5 times. I would have slapped him. I would have kicked him in the balls. You know, she held him in the balls last time. I would have grabbed them again. I would slap it again, punch it again, and I would have bounced.
I hear that you flick them. That's worse than anything, which is interesting because he has slacks on, so how do you find it? But Mr. Thomas, is the flick worse?
I've never had it flipped.
Okay, so
that made me. Listen, the Mr. Thomas cutaways are great. Soomin, because she needs the approval.
Yes. She needs the validation.
She needs the validation.
Yes.
It's going to break her. But this is my girl what moment.
Okay.
When Greensleeves.
Poor Greensleeves here.
Overhears Soomin and overhears Minhwan and tries to attack him.
Yes.
And he swings so wildly. You know he swung wildly because all Minhwan did was lean slightly back. He calls him a bastard. He tries to hit him, but Minhwan had him hemmed up, right? And so everyone's upset.
Oh, yeah. And then everyone happens to be on the roof at the same time. Perfect
they
timing.
all come out because
they're
I'm
all
sure they
swarming.
can. Because I'm sure they're all looking for, because at this point, we don't know who he cheated with.
Yes, but everyone is there.
But once Greensleeves comes running out and tries to attack Minhwan for talking to Soomin crazy, now we know it was Soomin, and now everybody knows what's going on.
Okay.
But that was my girl what moment when Greensleeves, because it's so funny that some trash ass man is looking you in your face and telling you you're not marriage material, and this man that you truly do not want at all
is defending your honor.
Is defending your honor badly, but he showed up to defend you.
He did, and you can just see it in his eyes. He is heartbroken. He's so upset. He's so disappointed. He loves her so much.
He loves her so much, and she is never going to pick him.
And she's just kind of like, what is happening?
If she picked him, the problem is he's just as misogynistic and patriarchal as Minhwan, because remember, he's the one that's like, why aren't you dressing nice in the office? Soomin does. But Soomin can't get with him because she's playing a game with him. You can't be in a relationship with the target.
I mean, this poor man is Delulu. So, of course, after this, it erupts again, the gossip, okay? Mm-hmm. This killed me, okay? They start calling him Bansapak, okay? So, Bansu. So, it's a way of saying panties or underwear in Korean, but it's a very, like, I think it's an old school word. Bansa. It's just like a very funny word.
Is it like saying draws?
Kind of. I would love to know what the etymology of it is, but it's bansit. Like, I remember my friend Rob was one day, he was like, he said something, he's like, oh, that person had his pants on, and I like died laughing because it was so funny. Anyways, so they're calling him Bansapak, Bermuda Park, because I guess there's like a Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, I couldn't understand that one.
Yeah, so I was just like dying. So everyone's stunned. They're like, oh my God, Soomin, the best friend, she's the other woman. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this entire time she acted so coy. What a little yo, like all this stuff. Everyone's freaking out. Soomin's in the corner, calling, texting Jiwon, begging her to believe, like to listen to her side of the story. She's saying it's not true. It's not true. Jiwon ignores her.
But what you have to remember is Greensleeves. So remember when Jiwon doesn't acknowledge him when he shows up, and he says to the assistant, he starts bitching about, because he calls her a bitch, and he was just like, make sure you never deal with a woman like that. You need to pick a fox, not a bear.
Yes.
And I had to explain that to my mom with the fox and the bear.
Yeah, he did say that, yeah.
And it was just like, you idiot. Why would you pick a fox? You can't pull a fox.
You can't. You did, and look what the fox did to you.
The fox.
She fucking shat all over you.
Because what did the fox do with the gingerbread man on his back? He ate him.
I know. What did the fox say? You remember that song?
No. What is this?
You don't know that song?
No, who sings it?
What did the fox say? You don't know that song?
I need more. I need more.
the song.
What is this song?
Babe, was that it? And then the fox said, it's a pop song that came out like in like 2016, 2017. It was a huge deal.
I don't know where I was at.
Okay,
I
so
was driving from the state of Pennsylvania.
I just wanted to say this. This gossip stuff. Okay, did you see? So this is, what is this today? It's like July. I don't even know the date today.
Today's the 21st.
The 21st. The astronomer thing. You saw the thing that went viral.
Oh, the people
right?
at the Coldplay concert?
Yes.
What a place to get caught when Paradise is playing.
I'm just thinking about, when I was watching this, I was thinking about that the entire time, because I have to say, trash human beings clearly, but I also feel really bad for their family members. Like, it has gone viral to the point. Like, I was just thinking about
people
the
are
virality.
reenacting them.
Oh, they're I know. There are literally at like baseball games, they do the cam and they're calling it the Coldplay cam. And people are like, and they like fall back and they hide.
I'm sure Coldplay was like, I don't know if this is good as bad.
Well, Chris Martin was the one. He literally, you could hear him. He's like, you guys must be like, what are you doing? You must be, other than the fact that you're cheating. He said that, and everyone's like, The next day, okay. So they're finally having an actual meeting, like an actual work meeting about the meal kit plan.
Girl, this meal kit.
But this was also very, very sweet. Revenge is very sweet, okay? So they're looking at the records and they're looking. So one of the employees, he took video of.
That guy's very cute.
He was okay. I don't know.
What?
Fine. So he's recording the way the products are displayed at the grocery stores, right?
Yeah.
And they discover that their product, the meal kit, is like shoved in the corner.
All off in the cut.
Yeah, it's like in the sale bin. It's like
Right.
bad. It's bad. So they're like, what's happening? So they look into their records and they realize, oh my God, there was an issue.
There was an incident.
There was an incident and there was a cover up. And then they'd realize, oh, Minhwan and Soomin were assigned to this, right, to this grocery store, and they discover that.
Oh, this was like last week.
They discover that this they forgot to put the allergy signs up, and they try to cover it up by paying off the consumers. So they're just like, oh my God, why would you do this? So then Chudan goes up, and this is Chudan. Like, Chudan's like she's a little feisty.
Spicy.
She's feisty.
She is in. She's in her manager era.
Oh yeah. She's leading the project. So then she calls them out, and then she goes up to Minhwan. She's like, "Why would you do this?" And then Soomin tries to defend it, and then
because she's going, "Why did you do this? What happened?" And then Jiwon says, "Well, wasn't this you and Soomin on this project?" And now people start talking, and she's like, "No."
And then Minhwan's just like, oh, we were just only gone for a second. So he admits that they were both gone. And then everyone
Judan goes, why were y'all gone together?
And then everyone hears and they're like, oh my God, they had sex during work hours. So of course now people are pinging each other. They're emailing, and it goes from like, Bansipak to like Bermuda Park to like cheater animal. Did it during work hours. Like,
and this is when you hear in the voiceover, I just came here to go to work.
Yes.
I don't know why all of this is happening. And so now, boom, we're in front of our boy, motorcycle hero.
Sturdy man's Seokjun.
Seokjun.
So Seokjun is basically like, okay, this scandal is just like, it is all over. He's like, we're monitoring emails.
We had to block
their
Panty Park, Bermuda Park, your name,
everything. So the only reason we're going to be blocking this is you have to agree to transfer departments. There's no other way around this.
And get demoted. You're getting demoted. You're going to another department.
Yeah. And then
when they could have just fired you because of the cover-up.
Yeah. So then he's just like, okay, fine, I'll accept. And then they call Soomin in, right? And then Soomin gets fired completely because she's not an official worker. She's a contract worker.
So she's a temp. And they're like, listen, your contract isn't up for like another week or something. But with everything going on,
yes. So then we have another Soomin spiral moment, okay? So she's in the corner, huddled, texting,
tearing her nails up.
And then she's reading the scandal, like the articles, right? And she's like, why are they all picking at me? Like, who do they think they are? What do they know about me? Like, it's the same reaction to when she had it when the bullies found out about her, right? She's in the bathroom. She's like, how dare these people treat me this way? Who do they think they are? It's like the same thing. Mm-hmm. So again, she's always the victim, right?
Always the victim. And mind you, she's calling Jiwon.
Oh, yes.
Repeatedly. And it's like, why would she pick up the phone? It just got exposed that you were sleeping with her fiance. What's she supposed to do? Be like, hey, girl, what's up?
So then she starts writing a note.
Something in this notebook, because remember, she gave her this little set, like the little apology card beforehand after they fell out at the company retreat. Like, I'm so sorry. So it was like, okay, she's working on another note.
Sorry, but this note she's putting into Jiwon's handwriting, right? I like, you know what, she's putting it in Jiwon's pen. She's copying her. She's forging her again.
How do we know that?
The entire next section.
I know. I'm trying to act like I don't know.
Oh, but this entire
time, acting.
This entire time, I was thinking about Mean Girls, Regina George writing like Kate Herron is a fugly bitch. That part, the entire time, I was like, oh my god, it's
my
that
brother
like
loves that movie. I got him a Mean Girls shirt.
Such a good movie. Then, so she's writing this note. Then we cut over.
We're back in HR with Motorcycle Daddy.
So Seokjun tells Greensleeves that Churan is officially his boss. Things have changed since you've been gone. She's been leading this project really well. You got demoted.
We're so moving on. We're all right. We like Kelly Clarkson.
I love Kelly Clarkson. Okay. She's so good.
That's the only song of hers I know.
Oh God, I still love her. I still love her. So he's getting demoted. He pushes back and he's like, "What do you mean?" And like Seokjun's like, your reviews are awful. Your yearly reviews from your direct reports talk about misogyny, rudeness, all this stuff. No, like you're getting demoted, sir. Like get out of here.
But he was like, "Sir, how could I be a misogynist? I don't have a period. I'm a man." And it's like, what do you think is happening here? And he was very clearly like, "Sir, I don't get a period." You're like, "What are you talking about?"
Then Churan comes in, and then Seokjun informs him that she's getting promoted. And then our sweet Churan is like, "Okay, but I just want you to know that the meal kit idea wasn't my idea. It was Chuan's idea. And if anything, she deserves it. Like, I want you to understand."
Because they're both hiding in the storeroom.
Oh, yes. And then her stomach starts hurting.
So this is the second time we see her stomach hurt. Dun, dun, dun.
So it's sad. So, and then Churan goes back and tells Jiwon, and she's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that Greensleeves, I knew that Greensleeves was going to push you out of the project, but I didn't say anything. And I'm really sorry." So she apologizes for that. Of course, Jiwon accepts. She was like, "It's fine." They hold hands.
Because he's seen how he's been treating her the entire time. Like, it's not like, it wasn't like, "Yeah, girl, he was going to be nice to you."
So while they're having their moment, Hyun rushes in. She's like, oh my God. You guys need to come downstairs. You need to come downstairs.
Come downstairs. Which, can I tell you, as a person, there is nothing more exciting than somebody running in
during office
during
hours.
an office thing and being like, "Girl," you're like, "Girl."
They all rush downstairs, and it is the couple from the Jomart, so the grocery store allergy issue, right?
Yeah.
The couple that they paid off, okay? They are very upset because they are saying that Kang Jiwon put up a post, an email defaming them, okay? Defaming them of the issue that happened with the allergy, okay?
They're like, they lied. And so that she writes that, like, the affair never happened, that Minhwan, they fell in love because she was so attractive, but, Soomin didn't reciprocate his feelings, and the Jomart was a typical case of consumers trying to blackmail the company, and if someone had an allergy, why would they eat, samples so freely?
Right.
All of this nonsense.
So, before that, right, the Ajumma sees Jiwon. Jiwon goes down. She goes, "I'm Kang Jiwon."
She's yelling, "Where's Kang Jiwon? Where's Kang Jiwon?" She's like, "I'm Kang Jiwon."
So all the employees are downstairs again, and everyone's watching. So she slaps Jiwon across the face, and she goes, "How dare you post this? How dare you post this after you almost killed my husband?"
Day before, she slapped Minwhan 3 times.
I know. So everyone's shocked. So then she goes, and she's like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "A Kang Jiwon put on her social media this like letter defaming us. Like, who is this person? I know you did it. Like, why would you do this? Blah, 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 all this stuff. So she goes, can I see your phone? Gives her the phone. She looks. And it's her social media account, right? It's an account under her name. And there's a letter that's uploaded that has her handwriting. And it is clearly the letter that was written by Soomin, right?
In a notebook.
Right. So then she goes, this was not written by me.
It's in my handwriting.
But I think I know who it is. And then there's Soomin slinking in the corner with her
trying to sneak out with a box full of stuff.
Her stuff, right? Because she got fired. So it's all of her, her materials. She sees, so Jiwon sees her and she goes, Soomin, stop, right? Stop right there. She marches over. Chung Soomin, stop. Goes right up to her. And she goes, why did you do this? And she drags her over, okay? She drops her box. She like drags her over. And it's very clear that Soomin wrote this, right? And then Soomin knows she's caught. She falls to the floor on her knees and she's sobbing.
And she's sorry. Because she was like, listen, you know everything about me. I know everything about you. She's logging in the shit. It's like, oh, she knew her login for her social media. That's how she could post it from her social media.
She apologized. She's like, Chuana, I'm so sorry. Like, I did this because, like, like, I just need you. Like, I need you. I need you to forgive me. I need you to be on my side. And then she goes, I'm pregnant. The fucking Minhwan's in the corner watching this, and he's just like, he falls over because he's shocked. Everyone's fallen over.
Now, mind you, when she gets slapped, Greensleeves is like, yep.
Oh, yes. And yes. Greensleeves is excited that Jiwon gets slapped. Then he sees Soomin and he's so disappointed and he's shocked. He's
and then now Soomin's pregnant, he fakes. Soomin's pregnant, Minhwan fakes. Soomin's pregnant and Kang Ji-won don't believe it because she knows Minhwan's sterile and she's been telling Minhwan is sterile since the first episode.
Also, this part was crazy. There's a scene where she talks about when sperm is missing from what's the ailment called? Azoospermia?
Azoospermia.
I didn't know what it was called. So that popped up in my notes and I was like, what the F is
it came across the screen and I'm just like,
I never knew that infertile men were called azoospermia.
I just thought they were called lesser men.
I just had no idea I was like, what the is this? Anyway.
Well, the thing is because they don't teach us terms about men. So they don't teach us about men's infertility at all because we're expected to think that doesn't exist.
Okay.
And no, a man that can't, listen, a man with azoospermia is not a lesser man. He's just not a man who could destroy your life. So thank you for your service.
This week's segment, we're going to talk about our trash ass, okay?
Oh.
Yi Kyung. Okay, Yi Kyung.
So he is in this other drama I started watching, and it's like breaking my brain.
He's a really good actor. Funny. He's a great actor. So his real name, they all have real names, right? These are all stage names. His real name is Lee Jae-woo.
Why do they all have stage names?
I don't know. He's 36 years old. So one interesting thing about him, everyone calls him, he's like the Chaebol son. He's really from like his family. His dad was a CEO of an LG company. So he comes from a lot of money.
LG money?
LG money.
Girl.
He has LG money. He was super smart. He was ranked 5th of his class. He was a karate athlete.
Come on, karate.
In middle school. But in high school, he decided to drop out and move to Seoul alone at 18 to like carve his path. So he took the GED and he took a he went to physical education college.
PE college?
PE college, I guess, to be an athlete. But he got a knee injury during training, and then he went to military. He went into the military, enlisted right away. And then in military, he watched his first Korean drama ever, which was that drama Iris. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to become an actor. So then he applied and he enrolled into the Seoul Institute of Arts for acting. And then he got his first gig in 2011. He was in a drama called School, 학교, Hallyu 2013. So these shows were like teen dramas, and they had a couple like different variations of it, seasons of it.
So a kind of like a Buffy, kind of like a Charmed, like the teen, like a Dawson's Creek situation.
Kind of, it's like a teen drama, but it launched a lot of careers. I feel like Park Min-young was in a school series. So a lot of these happened in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. So I think he was in one. I think she was in one too. But anyways, he was really, really funny in this drama that I watched. And honestly, I would not mind rewatching this or recapping this. It's called Welcome to Waikiki. It is a hysterical drama that came out in 2018.
I heard about it, but I didn't get a chance to catch it.
It is just like laugh out loud funny. It's like 20 episodes, hysterical. A lot of top actors are in it. But I found him here. He is so fucking hysterical in it. Like I fell in love with him in this. And then I didn't really remember his name. I was like, oh, he's a really good actor. And then after that,
well, I saw him like this show is called Chosun's Secret Agent or something like that.
Yeah, I think he was in that. So he then did a bunch, he did a movie called He did a movie called Hitman. Mm-hmm. He did a dark drama called Children of Nobody. The Korean title's different. 붉은 달 푸른 해 is the name. So he's very like he has range. So he can do comedies, he can do like dark thrillers, he can do dramas, like he could do all of it. And then this is so random. He did a trot. Remember I told you
the trot song because my mom asked me to sing Woman Chi last night, just so you know.
So he put a track out called Leaving Work in 2020, which became a viral hit in Japan. That's very interesting. And then he also randomly saved a man's life in 2020. So he stopped a suicide attempt on a bridge. So he was driving and he like pulled over and he like saved a guy. So talked him out of like committing suicide, which is kind of cool.
God bless.
So obviously,
so way different than beating up some dude for 90 minutes.
Yes. So he obviously, because of this role, he really blew up. He was already popular in Korea, but because of this, he also got a Baeksang nomination. And then his other thing too, he has a lot of variety show experience. So he's in a bunch. So he's in the cast of How Do You Play? That's a really popular one with a really famous variety person, Yujaseok. So he's in that. And then he was in, Masked Singer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was in the Korean version of Masked Singer, and he sang, and he played. He was under the name Gregory Peck. That was his character. And then he was in another show called Real Men, which is about like training. Basically, these like actors and actresses go under like military training. It's like a boot camp. It's actually kind of.
But didn't all of these men already do their mandatory military service?
Yeah, but he like went back for like it was just for the
TV
fun. Show. Yeah, for fun. Yeah, and then fun facts. He like dated his co-star in Waikiki, Chung In-sun, very good actress. They dated shortly, but then they broke up. He had a small DUI incident. It's not great. So it was a minor one.
Caught let's see.
He caught parking after sending the DD home. Okay, well, it's not like he was, but he apologized for that. But yeah, he's great. He won a KBS Drama Award in 2021 for that show that you're watching for Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, nice.
Royal Secret Agent. We love him. He's great. He's going to be in a lot more things, I feel. Yeah, so that was Yi Kyung. Minhwan, this scene's weird. Okay, so Minhwan is moping. He's getting drunk.
Well, he's spiraling because he has socks on. And
moping. Oh, the debt collectors are calling him. And he is in debt up to his eyeballs, right?
But the names of these debt collectors, it's like, it's Viper Loans, Snake Loans, Last Chance Loans. And it's like, all of these places, first of all,
why would you, sir, request money from places called Viper Last Chance Loans?
Break your knees loans, kidnap you fucking loans. And it's like, also, this seems like a bad business model.
Well, in Korea, there are so many. I don't know if loan sharks is really as prevalent as Korean dramas make it. Basically, it seems like anytime you are down and under, like your luck is down, people, like, all they do is go to loan sharks. Like, loan sharks are everywhere.
Do they not have title ponds in Korea? Because that's the American equivalent, is a fucking title pawn or a pawn shop. Do you know pawn shops and title ponds are considered predatory lenders?
Yeah, because it's like
and so I think check cashing places fall under this. They're not technically,
oh man,
but
it makes
because
me
you
sad.
don't have a bank account.
He's sad. So he's drinking, and then he realizes that, and this is where we learn that he is so in debt up to his eyeballs. The only way for him to get out of this,
so much debt. He has a job.
He has a job, but he's just spending money that he doesn't have. He's been investing. He's been doing crazy shit, right? So what we learn is, because you remember he invested in, what is it, TKU stock, and that fucking,
crumbled.
So crumbled. So
okay.
he needs money. So he realizes the only way that he can get out of this is through his mama, okay?
Because she's gonna buy him a house.
Yes.
If he gets married.
So
he's gonna sell the house his mom's gonna buy him when he gets married?
There's something there. Or take equity. I don't know what it is, but there's like a plan, right? But then all of a sudden he's like dragging his drunk ass home.
And he runs
stumbling.
into the biggest man.
Yes. And then he stumbles, and then out of nowhere he gets kidnapped by these very
reluctant kidnappers.
They're a little confused. They're a little scared, but they kidnap him. And he is tied up. And these men with like masks, they have a literal paper bag over his head. And he is freaking out. And these guys are like trying to look tough, clearly, because they're Jihyuk's friends that Jihyuk asked to kidnap Minhwan to scare him into getting married to Soomin.
Here's my
This
question.
is a little bit of a stretch, but sure.
This is what Mr. Thomas, this is what was required of a male friendship?
What if your friend asked you to kidnap a man and scare him into marrying someone else? It's just like, get out of here.
I can say that I went to women's college, and so we had our friend Megan, because she was the smallest one. I think she was only the white one. And so my college had a fountain, and the tradition was when you got engaged, you get thrown in the fountain.
Oh, yes. And I'm sure all of them got engaged at fucking like 19.
Listen,
Just
the
running
Zeta house,
around.
they stayed wet in this fountain. But, and I don't care how old I am, I'm getting thrown in this fountain. And so, but we would also just throw each other in the fountain just because it's women's college and we have nothing but free time and we're in the middle of nowhere. And so my friend Megan, we used to kidnap her and throw her in various places. And there was one night we went to kidnap her and throw her in the Mac lab. And there was one night where all of us were like coming to her room, and you heard her before we opened the door. We heard her say, I'm calling everybody. I can't find anybody. Where's everybody at? Oh no! And then we kicked the door in and threw a blanket over her head.
So basically, they do this like weird thing of threatening him,
But
and
he doesn't. But he's like trying to hit the chair, and Minwan's freaking out, and then so Chicken Guy is doing all the heavy work, and then the other one with the hair is like, "All right, relax."
And then Jihyuk meets. So Minhwan runs away. Then Jihyuk's like, "Thanks guys for doing this for me," and I'm like, "This is nuts."
And they're like, "We got to go clean up," and I'm like, "He has to be paying them." Like the Chicken Guy thing, that was fun. But asking us to throw a bag over a grown adult's head, like, listen, when you're in college, throwing a comforter over your friend's head and locking her in a computer lab, that's fun.
I don't even think if I'm that friend, I'd be so pissed. But that's just my personality. I don't like stuff like that. I'd be so scared, and I'd be so annoyed.
Somebody?
Yes, if I got kidnapped by my friends in college, I'd be like, "Get the away from me."
Here's the thing.
I would beat everyone.
This is like the fourth time it happened.
Minwhan then goes home, okay?
Yep.
And then he's talking to his mom. His mom and dad are watching Korean dramas, eating fruit, and they're just like minding their own business.
And he's like, "Aren't you gonna buy me a house?" And she's like, "Why would I buy you a house? You only got me red long johns."
Yes.
And it's like, fair point.
And then she goes, "It'd be different if you had a kid. Maybe if you had a kid." And he goes,
"Wait a minute. I done got a bitch pregnant."
So then,
Cutting plan.
right. And then she continues to hit him because she's like, "Get away from me. Why are you asking me for a house? Like, you're crazy," right? So he's like, he gets chased out of the house. He goes to Soomin's house, okay? Soomin, I guess like they've been going into each other's houses because he knows Soomin's code.
I did not know he knew where she lived. I didn't know he knew her code.
He knew where she lived because you remember he dropped her off and she did that weird thing in the, like gave him a kiss on the cheek and she's like, I can't let you in. And she like shut the door.
Yeah.
So he shows up. She's moping in the corner. Sad.
Is she in a studio?
She's in a studio.
Okay.
Like it's like a typical like starter apartment in Korea.
Efficiency, yeah.
And then she's like, what are you doing here? I'm not worth your time. Like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here? And he's like, why didn't you tell me about the pregnancy? And he's like, I'm really sorry. I know I was really mean to you, And then Soomin's just not even like really listening to him. She's kind of like telling him or herself mostly like, Jiwon wasn't really responsive to my pregnancy news.
She wasn't on my side. She didn't want to help me.
So she's just kind of like, And
she's got to come up with a new plan because he's gone as of this point.
yes.
So she doesn't need him. She can't do anything with him. He's gone.
Yeah. And then Minhwan's like, well, I think Jiwon did that because, she's so upset that.
We were together for so long.
Yeah. So she's not going to have
upset.
my baby. Why would she want to talk to you? Like, blah, blah, blah. So then Soomin goes, she really thought that Jiwon would be there for her in the end. She thought she would be on her side if other people were mean to her. She was always like that in the past. She always forgave me, right? And then Minhwan goes, let me be that person for you.
Conniving ass man.
And he's like, let's both let her go. It's time to let her go. It's not like you're dating her,
Interesting.
And
because
then,
I think he's seeing this.
yeah, like, what are you doing? And then he goes, why don't we get married? And she's
we
like,
can be family.
Yep.
So the same stunt he pulled.
the same exact line. He goes, what is it? He said, let's be a better family tomorrow. That's the line that he used the first time. And then he uses it again with Soomin. And then Soomin too, she actually looks kind of moved. And she goes, oh, family? And you're like, oh, family.
Because she has none.
She has none. And clearly this fucking asshole is using her to pay off his debts.
But she's using him, saying she's pregnant because she's running out of options.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, if she won't forgive me for this, if she don't forgive me for that, she won't let me have. There's no way she'll let me have a baby by myself. Because here's the thing with this pregnancy stunt, you have to get pregnant. But the thing is, it's a TV. You always know. You can always go, oh, I lost it.
Oh, well, we see what she does.
You can
we skip a little. We're skipping ahead a little bit, but
Azus.
what does Homegirl do? She's on the fucking message boards asking for a used positive pregnancy test and a sonogram. That was she is truly fucking crazy.
And she must have never been on Pinterest.
Oh.
There's so many fucking sonograms on Pinterest.
That's true. You could just print that out.
Plus,
she's not in America though.
Listen,
I'm sure they have Pinterest
you
Korea.
just Google. There's sonograms everywhere. All you have to do.
No, but she needed like a printout, like an actual. You know how you have an X-ray printout.
But sonograms now, they print them on picture paper.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a sonogram, so.
What?
I haven't had child. Never gotten pregnant.
I haven't had child.
I haven't had child yet.
You've never worked with a lady who got pregnant?
No.
What?
I don't know.
You've never worked with a pregnant woman before?
No, man. No. I mean, I've known pregnant people, but they're not like, here's my sonogram. They're like, I just assume that they're pregs because they're just like.
I hear you. Okay, because some women, like, they have a lot of friends at work, they'll bring it to the job.
No, that is what?
Yeah, she's like, I'm pregnant.
Waving a fucking sonogram? I'd be like, I'm pregnant.
You're not telling everybody, but your friends, because people like this other pregnant women. It's like you're like, I hear. It's like
put it on your fridge. Don't carry it around
in the break room. Yeah. So, but it's because the thing is, she doesn't need. All you need is a picture of a positive pregnancy test.
It's stupid. So,
but you can buy. So what I found out, because I know someone who went through this, because someone tried to tell someone that they were pregnant when she was not. And so he was like, how do you fake this? And I did a smooth Google. So you can buy a prank pregnancy test on Amazon that says it's positive.
Okay, well, I don't think they should be making prank pregnancy tests.
Oh, they sell you bellies. Because they're prop bellies for like TV.
Well, yeah, for like acting, yeah.
Sure, but you don't know that I'm lying to some man when I buy it. Then, you can go. There's a website I saw. Not only can you fake a sonogram, because you know it has your name and your birthday on the side. It'll change that. If you pay them like $20, they'll change it on the side. But if you're good with like a Photoshop or a photo editor, you can change it yourself. So she's doing way too much work. All she needed was a smooth Google and a screenshot and a good phone. She got to pay nobody nothing.
Okay, so Churan, Hyun, everyone, they're like trying to comfort Jiwon again, and Jiwon's just kind of like, it's fine. And then Jiwon at this point like wonders to herself, like, we know Soomin is lying because I know that Minhwan can't get pregnant.
But they're at Eunho's restaurant, like some bad bitches at the bar.
Yeah,
he's
they're just
cooking,
like drinking.
He's pouring up drinks. Everybody having a good time. But she's like, I know he can't get pregnant because he's got the Zootopia sperm. So there's no way that he can get anybody pregnant because I know he's down there shooting race, like just like track star blanks. You see what I'm saying? Like
yes.
Start about pat, like bases loaded. So
they go to, so now, okay, so randomly, basically everyone finds out about this like scandal, including Seokjun's. Like Seokjun has to alert grandfather about it.
I'm sure grandfather was like, what is the... I'm sure he looked at Jihyuk like, what is he doing?
And then, but he wants to meet Jiwon, right? Because Seokjun's like, well, actually, like, out of all of this, like, the clear victim is Jiwon. She went through all of this
espionage,
yes,
right, and then her
cheating,
cheating, all this other shit. So mind you, you've been sitting up telling your grandson that this woman ain't good enough, and this woman done gone through hell, high water, and everything else, trying to keep your company from doing. She's the only person at work working. Her and Juran are the only ones at this job doing what they need to be doing. And so grandfather's like, okay,
I want to meet her.
I want to meet her because she is a strong, resilient woman.
So she meets him and she impresses him. He's talking to her. She answers. She's very confident. She seems smart. And he's kind of like, okay, I get it. But then Jihyuk is, of course, emo clay shooting or whatever, clay disc shooting. And then he rushes and finds her. And he's like, grandfather, what are you doing?
Because like an old girl comes up to him and was like, hey, your girl is here. And he's like, what? And he tosses a gun at her and runs in. And he's like, huh? And she's like, hey,
it's fine.
It's fine.
So then
slow your roll, baby boy.
They have this like little romantic scene where he's teaching her how to shoot a gun, and it's very like sexy.
Hot.
It's very hot, actually.
I like, other than like someone like a man teaching a woman how to play pool.
They had this moment, right? And Jihyuk is fighting. He's fighting his desire.
He's like, lean against me.
He's like, I love you so much. I love you. I want you so much. But then I'm going to die. So he is just like going back and forth. It's a stupid internal struggle. So all of that, right? Then it's Christmas, okay? So we have come all the way to Christmas. It's Christmas time.
So because when they found out, it was July.
Yes.
And
so
now
months have passed.
Hey, sis, it's Christmas.
So Hyun and Jiwon are celebrating. It's very cute. Jiwon is cooking for her. They're eating. They're like, ho, 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 ho. And then Eunho calls, okay? Eunho calls them.
I feel like she never calls him.
No. Poor Eunho. So Eunho
like
calls. And then Hyun's like, forces her to pick up the phone, right? So then they all decide that they're going to go to dinner, all three of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Eunho pulls up
in a car he cannot drive,
in a white Jaguar
that he cannot drive.
So it's very interesting. So Hyun actually runs away, and she's like, "Oh, I have Christmas plans. Y'all
she's
do
like,
whatever."
What kind of loser doesn't have Christmas plans?
And then it pants her. She's like, "I'm a loser
who doesn't have Christmas plans?" And she's in her brother's house, and he's eating directly from a tub of ice cream. Now, every good Southern kid knows this tub of ice cream, and it came with a red handle, and your parents would get this for you, and you'd either mix it with like cookies and stuff like that. And so me and my mom are watching this.
I screamed. It was so cute the way he was so sad
that
Jiwon went on a date with Eunho, and the Hyun of all people set it up, and Hyun's just like,
but you told me to. You
like,
told me to find her a nice man, because again, this is so confusing, because if she's changing her destiny, why can't he? But she's like, you told me to set her up with a nice man. I set her up with a nice man. What is the problem, my guy? What is the campaign? And he,
this part, I was dying. He walks over,
and you hear a sound, and you don't know what's happening, and then he comes back and cut the ice cream tub in half. I paused the show because my mom would, like, when we lived in Miami, especially, my mom would like get this tub of ice cream thing.
Yeah.
And so I remember as a kid having it with like cornflakes or pecan sandies, like it was like a little after dinner treat. And me and my mother was in there, and I was like, I paused it. I was like, did you know you could cut that in half? She said, girl, I had no clue you could cut that in half. Why? She said, why would I eat
that? Was a clean cut, too.
Perfect
half.
I'm like, this man is strong. His knives, impeccable. Upper body strength, killing him, right? And I was like, Mommy, she's like, girl, she's like, I'm glad I didn't know. I'd have never thought in my life to cut a tub of ice. And she was like,
he cut it like a water. It was as if like it was a watermelon.
He cut it like an apple. He cut it like it was a tiny lime. He cut it right down the middle, handed it to her, stuck a spoon in it, and was like, fine.
And they're both like depressed eating. It's so cute. Hyun tells Jihyuk that Jiwon has always wanted like a Christmas surprise situation. Like she wants a traditional Christmas, like, you know, gifts under the tree, like the stocking, like a whole thing.
Like a Western traditional Christmas.
Like cookies, milk at the table kind of thing, right? So Eunho and Jiwon go ice skating, right? It's super cute. And like, you know, Eunho is trying his best.
And he's in that little sled, and my mom was like, that's exactly how I want to go ice skating. I said, sitting down? She said, yes.
So they have this lovely time, but the entire time, Jiwon is imagining that Eunho is Jihyuk. And I was just like, oh, this is such a bummer. Like, yeah, I really like the fact that she likes him, but like, poor Eunho. Eunho drops her back off.
In this Jaguar he cannot drive.
And then... And Uno's just kind of like excited. He's like, okay, well, like, you know, like we can
plan another day.
And then she's like, you're a great friend. Dackers, right? You know, she's like, you know, you're a great friend. And then there's a flashback to when they're younger. And then, you know, he's telling her that and he remembers, you know, when he was like mad at her and he's like, I never want to talk to you again. And there's a flashback to when he like,
I like you,
confesses to her
over a river.
And this actually made me tear up a bit because they're looking at each other and like, it's like what could have been, right? And
if
you know,
Soomin hadn't been Soomin.
Yeah. And then, you know, she tells him that she'll be a great friend to him too. She promises that, right? And then he looks super disappointed, but he like understands.
And his hair is combed in a really weird way.
I know. And he's just like, you know, thank you so much, my first love.
Thank you for telling me.
I cried. I actually teared. This is the first time I teared up watching this drama. Is that kind of weird?
No, that sounds right. That sounds absolutely right.
Because there was a random moment, maybe in the last episode, I don't know if we've talked about it, but like Jihyuk is talking to his grandfather and he hugs him because Jihyuk's grandfather's sick.
Yeah, he's in the hospital.
And then he remembers like, oh, yeah, so he's like thinking about his crash. Maybe this episode, yeah, we kind of missed it, but yeah, I cried during that part, teared up.
Because he's thinking about the crash and he's like, he imagines like his sister holding his picture.
Yeah, I cried then, yeah.
And then he was like, oh, my grandpa must have been so sad because he would have died. Because the grandpa's like, I could die. He was like, nah, you got at least 20 more years. He's like, what? He's like, nothing.
Yeah, and then here in this part too got a little emotional. But then...
But honestly, like this is how you would want a relation. Like if you're like with the first love you ever have, like you would want to be like, oh, this ended amicably.
I know.
As opposed
and they're
to
friends.
Right. As opposed to most first loves where you're just like, I wish things that in my heart I never want to say out loud. So I started saying what I started saying is, instead of so don't see anything mean, it's like, I hope you get everything you ever wanted.
So Jihyuk is continuing to stalk her. He's outside. Observe. He is outside in the cold waiting for her. He's like coughing. He's like,
technically, he does live there.
He does. And they run into each other and she goes,
I need to talk to you.
Should we go back to your place or mine?
I need to talk to you. should we go
to your place or mine?
Right.
So then they go to his place, and she opens up, and it's
hey
Christmas.
sis, it's Christmas.
Christmas galore.
And my mother was like, who decorated all of this?
Also,
and I was like, they're
how
rich.
did he do that so quickly?
He's rich. You call people.
It was great. So, so then they're chatting by the door. They're right in front of she's like, what would you have done if I didn't ask you to talk, you know? And he's like, I think I would have asked you to talk.
Right.
You know? And then she tells him that when I went on that date with Eunho, I thought about you. Do you remember we talked about how we should be honest? Like, you should be honest, or I wanted to be honest with you. Basically, she's saying, I like you. You know me. You really know me. And I want to get to know you but more. Right?
I like you. I won't.
I like you. Right? I like you so much. And then she kisses him first, which I loved. I loved.
And remember what we get? All the camera angles, because if it's true love's kiss, you get 7 camera angles.
Right. What bothered me though, at first, I was a little concerned because it was a bit of a dead fish kiss. Okay,
that's what my mama said, that he didn't do anything.
He's like, he's dead. He's like, and then I'm like, oh no.
And so she goes to walk away,
and then he fucking grabs her and he
Yes.
goes for it. And it was so fucking hot. I love Korean, not sex scenes, Korean kiss scenes.
Nobody kisses better than them.
It's a little PG-13, but it's hot at the same time. Like, I don't need things to be R-rated. I don't need them humping. I don't need them fucking tongues out licking each other. I don't need that. I just want a little PG-13 hot.
Like, get your tongue off my nose.
Yeah,
Get your
yeah.
tongue off my nose.
Usually Korean kiss scenes are just like, lately they've gotten a lot better, but back in the day, it used to be dead fish. Like it's literally no movement. And then, like, you know, now, like, they were actually making out. Which I was like, yes. And he, like, pushes her up against the wall.
Listen, we love getting pushed up against the wall.
Oh, it's so good. And it ends. And I'm just like, yes, give me more. And I'm like, are they going to have sex? I hope they have sex. You know, I'm just
I hope they
yes.
Don't. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I hope they get to know each other a little bit more before they have the sex.
Okay, again, at this point, the jig is up.
They
know they're gonna fucking die. I'm like, let's go.
But the thing is, he's the only one that thinks she knows she's not gonna die. He thinks he's gonna die. So now she has the time to go, hey, dumb, you're not gonna die. You need to calm down. Okay, so my final thoughts.
Yes.
So Soomin.
Oh man.
Truly terrible. But how far do you think she's willing to go?
I think she's ready to go.
Do you think she's ready to buy a pregnancy, a pregnancy
she's gonna
belly,
wear
and kidnap a baby? Oh, but the thing is, well, here's the thing: she has to keep having sexy time with him to actually get pregnant. Because here's the thing: she's got like another month and some change window. Or the best thing for her to do is when her cycle comes, just be like, "I lost the baby." Then you get even more sympathy. And then you have a chance to get pregnant again.
Well, we'll see what happens, right? We see what happens in the future.
Because there's like the desperation and the survival tactics.
I think Minhwan and Soomin again, they're just, you are basically talking about this is just human behavior at the trashiest level. Like, just genuinely, like, Minhwan, so selfish, such a narcissist, so delusional. Like, the fact that he is like trying to use this girl and her pregnancy so he can pay off his debts.
Also to defraud his parents.
Yeah, he has no respect for his parents.
None.
He has no respect for anyone.
I've always wondered how people get this selfish. Like, what has to happen?
And hopefully this is a drama, but then again, you read about stuff. People are pretty selfish.
Look at the number of times you've seen, prime example. If a woman goes missing, the first thing they do is ask her
husband
or boyfriend.
Yeah, because
usually,
most likely,
she died at his hand. Yeah. Especially if she's pregnant.
Yes. I mean, what was that lady?
There's always a lady.
Wasn't it Lacey Peterson?
Yes.
She was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Scott Peterson.
Girl. So so it's like she's gonna do whatever she has to do. I mean, Soomin strikes me as the type of woman who would steal a baby.
She would.
She would steal a baby.
She would steal it? She wouldn't care?
No. she would wear that pregnancy belly, but so it's just like, so she'd have to deny. Yeah, she'd do it.
She's like one of those people, you know, there's some drama storylines where like people would take other people's identities. Like she would do it. She would do it and she would do it happily.
It's like, oh, so I look kind of like this person.
Like I can be a Chebble princess. Sure. I can be that Chebble princess.
Absolutely.
So that was episode 10.
Episode 10 of Marry My Husband. Can it get more nuts?
So now I feel like we're going into the third phase, right? Or is this kind of like the second phase?
Well, this is the third. So it was the introduction, and then the plan got executed, and now it's to see the plan fully fleshed out.
And now we see like the
fruits of her labor. So because now Jiwon and Jihyuk are together. Now there is Minhwan has no choice but to marry Soomin because Soomin said she was pregnant, and because he got kidnapped by fake loan sharks who were threatened to kill him, he has to save his own life. Get married to get his mom to buy him a house so he can sell this house or whatever he has to do with this house to pay off these loans to Viper Loans, the last chance loan, all these loan companies. So now, because we have to find out, because what has to happen for her to survive, Soomin has to die. Or at least she has to marry. She has to, because I do wonder, is sealing the fate?
Yeah. Do you think Jiwon is thinking that Soomin's going to have to die?
I think she's just thinking she just has to marry old boy.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
But she has to marry him. But then, like, because once they get married, the fates change.
Yeah.
Truly changes. And now she can live, because she got rid of Eunho. She has Jihyuk. They're going to get married because he has no other choice, because Jihyuk made sure that he doesn't. So once they get married, then that's like, okay, I did what I needed to do. And if now we just know whoever, because it's like, is whoever Minhwan's married to gonna get her? So it's like the awful mother-in-law, and then the mistreatment, and him being a fucking bum. Because if he becomes a bum and then Soomin has no job,
what happens?
Because remember what the mother-in-law say, the girl has to work. Soomin already doesn't have a job.
It's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be very interesting.
It's so good. So, we'll be back next week, right?
Yes.
For episode 11.
Oh, say.
God, we are flying.
Flying, which means this year is flying.
Honestly, it really is.
Honestly, it's awesome.
I felt like when we first started, at least for me, it just felt like it went slower. Like now, I think since we started Marry My Husband, it has been flying by. Like I am baffled.
And we want to know what you think of the pod. We want to know what you think of the pod. Submit your questions, thoughts, rants, or whatever. Or let us know if you're going to be coming to our live show on September the 1st at the Hollywood Improv Lab at 7:30. We'd love to hear from you. Give us some love, subscribe, review, rate, or follow us on the Apple, the Spotify, the YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can follow us on Chasing K-Dramas on TikTok and Instagram. And you can watch us on the YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're at 3,000 subscribers now. And tell your favorite K-drama addicts all about us. And thank you so much for listening and watching. And we'll see you on the next K-Drama Chase. Sarangees!
Chasing K-Dramas is hosted and executive produced by Dulcé, Sloan, and me, Chrissy Choi. I edit the audio and video, and our production is led by Thomas Yuen from TY Media and Go Get 'Em Productions. Our artwork is designed by Yice Cream. We're an indie podcast, and we're always looking for fun partnerships. If you're a brand that's interested in sponsoring our chases, or for your fan who just wants to stay in touch, please check out our website at chasingkdramas.com.